Before Skyrim's dragons soared through the skies, and long before Tamriel ventured beyond the stars, there was Cyrodiil, a realm that marked a golden age of RPGs and forever changed how open world storytelling unfolds. The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion set the standard for immersive player-driven adventures, and now this beloved classic is back, Oblivion Remastered, reborn for a whole new generation of gamers. Hey everyone, I just wrapped up my first full playthrough of Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion Remastered, and honestly, it was an unforgettable journey. Today I want to dive into what made this experience so special and why this remaster genuinely blew me away. From the very moment I crafted my character and stepped out into the bright sunlight of that iconic sewer exit, I was immediately taken aback by the world's breathtaking beauty. The graphics are simply stunning. Every leaf, every stone, every weathered building is rendered in crisp 4K detail. The dynamic lighting system bathes the world in rich natural shadows and sunlight, giving Cyrodiil a vibrancy and life that feels almost tangible. But the visual upgrades are just the tip of the iceberg. The atmosphere is what truly drew me in. The gentle rustling of leaves in the breeze, birdsongs drifting across the forests, the distant rush of waterfalls, and the faint hum of life in the cities. All these subtle ambient sounds combine to craft a world that's deeply immersive, a place I could easily lose myself in for hours. Combat in the remaster felt smoother and more responsive than I remembered. The refined animations give each strike a satisfying weight, and the controls feel far more intuitive. Every fight, whether against a pack of bandits or a lurking Daedra, was thrilling. Now, I decided to go with a spellcasting build that focused heavily on summoning and debuffing my enemies. There's something incredibly satisfying about conjuring powerful creatures to fight by your side while debuffing enemy strength and defenses. Watching my summons tear through enemies while I cast crowd control spells added a rich layer of strategy and depth to every encounter. This playthrough encouraged me to think tactically, balancing between keeping my summons alive, boosting their abilities, and using crowd control magic to control the battlefield. It made combat feel dynamic and rewarding, especially when facing tougher foes. Spellcasting overall was a highlight. The magic effects are not only visually spectacular, with brilliant sparks, glowing fireballs, and crackling lightning, but the sound design really packs a punch. Hearing the crackle of electricity or the roar of flame made casting spells a deeply satisfying experience. While I started out with a basic plan for which spells to use, I quickly found myself experimenting with a mix of weapons and magic. The combat system encourages creativity and adaptation, which kept every battle feeling fresh and exciting. Exploring Cyrodiil felt like catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years. The cities and towns are not just visually stunning, they're alive. NPCs follow daily routines, from farmers tending fields to guards patrolling the streets. Markets buzz with chatter, vendors calling out their wares, and the Imperial City's redesign blew me away with its breathtaking scale and detail. I often found myself intentionally getting distracted by side quests. The world is packed with so many rich, engaging stories that it was impossible to just stick to the main path. Whether I was helping a worried merchant, investigating strange happenings in a quiet village, or delving into ancient dungeons filled with secrets, each quest offered something unique and rewarding. There were many moments I told myself, just one more quest, only to spend several hours lost in the depth and variety of content. It's a testament to how compelling and immersive the world still is, even after all these years. Playing Oblivion Remastered filled me with a profound sense of nostalgia. It brought back memories of those countless hours I spent wandering Cyrodiil years ago, the wonder of stepping through my first Oblivion gate, the tension and hope in the story of Martin's Septum and the Oblivion Crisis, and the thrill of carving out my own path in a sprawling world full of possibilities. There's a timeless magic to Oblivion, a blend of vast open-world exploration and deeply personal stories that still resonate today. The remaster didn't just polish the graphics, it rekindled that spark of adventure and discovery that made me fall in love with RPGs in the first place, all while feeling fresh and alive. One of the things that really stood out to me while playing Oblivion Remastered was how much of the original game's charm and personality remains intact. Bethesda didn't just slap on new graphics and call it a day. They respected what made Oblivion special in the first place. The original voice lines are still there, full of that distinctive, sometimes quirky, sometimes heartfelt delivery that fans know and love. Hearing the familiar voices of iconic characters and NPCs instantly brought back a flood of memories. The way the guards call out, "Stop right there, criminal scum."
Stop right there, criminal scum. Nobody breaks the law on my watch.
Or the merchants repeating their wares. It all feels just as authentic and endearing as ever. This preservation of the original audio keeps the world feeling lived in and genuine, reminding you that beneath the modern polish, it's still the same game that captured so many hearts years ago. Now, full transparency, the remaster isn't without its flaws. I did experience some noticeable lag, especially after loading screens or when fast travelling between locations. The game can feel a bit unoptimized during heavy action scenes or in densely populated areas, which sometimes broke the immersion. These technical hiccups were occasionally frustrating, but they never completely pulled me out of the experience. Even with these issues, the joy of exploring, questing and battling in this beautifully remastered world far outweighed any technical shortcomings. If you were a fan of the original Oblivion, this remaster is absolutely worth your time. And if you've never experienced it, then there's never been a better moment to dive in. The world feels alive and fresh, the gameplay refined, and the story still captures that uniquely magical Elder Scrolls spirit. Playing Oblivion Remastered was like stepping back into a cherished memory that somehow feels even more alive than before. It rekindled that sense of wonder, adventure, and discovery that made me fall in love with RPGs in the first place. Sure, it has its rough edges, but the heart of the game beats stronger than ever. So if you're craving a deep magical adventure in one of gaming's most iconic worlds, Oblivion Remastered is waiting for you. Dive in, explore every corner of Cyrodiil, and create your own legend. Thanks so much for watching. If you've played Oblivion Remastered or plan to, drop your thoughts and stories in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to stay tuned for more content and game reviews. Until next time, safe travels, and I'll see you in Tamriel. See ya!